Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the state of my account for June 2026. Last state of my account was just about 2 months ago, which is a better pace than previously. I think it was like 3 months in between those previous state of my accounts. I am at 15.1 million GP. And I think the growth of GP is a lot slower than, of course, it has been in the past. Because I'm not like my Gotenks account is growing so much faster than this because of tokens. Tokens don't really help an account at its end stage of the game. It's all nitty gritty manual work. If I get a token, like even a Kyber token, it's not really useful. I can get like these characters down here that have been neglected. Some might have some use, like Zeb. He's part of a ship. I might get like a +1 relic boost on some characters, but most characters worthwhile that have been in the game a long time, I already have done. Which, by the way, I talked about this a while ago, but if you're wondering why I don't have Cobb Vanth, I literally thought I had Red Crate. I needed to go back and get 3 more key cards, just like beat a random mini boss. It would have done it. So I had 627 out of 630. So I gold crated the second conquest. So I don't have Cobb Vanth. That's the first conquest unit I haven't unlocked day one since Cat. Cat was the second conquest unit, where there's Razor Crest then Cat. And back then, my decision was I don't need to pour all these resources into them. I'd rather spend that conquest currency on gear and signal data and whatnot. And then I learned how much of a mistake that was, and I was caught flat-footed getting JMK without Cat. I had Kiadimundi, this is 2021, but I didn't have Cat. And ever since then, I've always gone for the unit, no matter what. Starting with Maul from then, literally the first year of Conquest, I learned that. So that was just a mistake. I thought I had it, with 2 accounts, you lose track. And I got the reward great in my chest, and I said, what? Okay, crap, that sucks. And another lesson I learned, so that was the very beginning of Conquest being a thing. This is the very beginning of Eras being a thing. I learned that it was an extreme mistake, especially from my endgame account. I feel like Maul does right now. It's such a mistake to not at least go for the dang 4-star unlock. The reason I didn't is because we were in the wake of Relic Delta coming out, and I thought, so this was last November, I made the decision not to at least go 4 stars. So I was like, what are you gonna do with a Relic 2? How great is that gonna be? I don't care about a Relic 2. And I've always been able to get a legendary the second time around. But here we are. Maul has come back, he has returned, and he has left again, and I still didn't have him. I am now ready for him the next time, but still, I missed out. And I think the thought was, I had been in the habit, for at least these air battles, getting like 1 unit to 5 stars. Because it's pretty expensive crystal-wise to get a character to 5 stars. So that was like the Mace Windu setup. And then we went into the era of Deadly Pursuit, where we had some ships, and we had 4 Lamanzakis, and I hardcore dragged my feet on them. I didn't get any extra shards of them. They were 3 stars until they were farmable. I only just recently finished farming them, and I got them up to Relic 7 each. But I carried that apathy into the era of Anniversary, and I just did not get everyone done in time. But I learned, and for Era of Andor, I got them all of them to 5 stars, except for the droid, the final droid, because I didn't need that to get casting to 5 stars. It's not terrible. But it's just a lot of crystal support to do it. But I learned, you don't skip, you go for it, especially on an endgame account. Like, you don't want to be caught without. So yeah, I did that for that one, and for this one, I'm also going that route. So I have R5, Carson, Colonel Warden, 7 5 stars, and I'll get Grogu at 5 stars. R5D4 is I've left in the dust, just like Gotenks account. But yeah, I just finished my Era of Anniversary, and I'm already getting caught up on Era of Andor stuff. Clay is almost done. I already have Belle already farmed because she was Cantina. Cinta's almost 6 stars because you get to take advantage of, I don't know if it's still there right now. No, it's not. We have the Era Battle or whatever, where you got to farm some extra ISB shards. Those are so helpful. That cuts your farming time in a third, like probably a third, not in half, a third. It's so fast. So here's just my last updates since the last state of my account. This is the updates I've made. Um, let's just can I move all these up to make it easier to think about, because this is like era stuff and then other stuff. So I already had IG90 done last time, I think, because he was Cantina, he was fast, but I just got all these guys done. And all of them are really useful in some regard. I think except Yoda and Chewie is more on the outs. But they're all just so nice plug and play to like the teams I have. Inquisitor Barriss makes the Rave team better, even though she prevents the revives. It just makes it harder so that you can't kill Reva that first time. Asajj Ventress is a superstar right now with alongside Jango with that Jango Cron. That's a lot of fun. She just gives them a bonus turn, so I gave her that Omicron. Yoda and Chewie, I actually need to get him to at least Relic 6. I'll leave him Relic 6 for now until next TB. Yeah, I missed the opportunity to use him on the Kashyyyk mission. And he would have helped because I actually lost. I got a 1 out of 2 on that. Just to show, I have a good amount of these first 2 signal data. Really kind of lacking on this, and I need to stockpile some because, you know, Cop Vance I'm gonna need. I don't get him. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yes. Oh, how? Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you. Thank you for the 1 ally point. Okay, yeah. So I'm now ready for Maul Hayfield whenever he does choose to return. The only one out of this group I took to Relic 9 was Darth Vader Duel's End. I have evaluated this guy as quite a high-rated character. I've been built for some decent speed, but crit damage, and then offense. Merit another role? I don't think so. I don't have offense percentage there on the secondary, so that's not a perfect triangle, but it's pretty good. He has both his Omicrons. Luke has his Omicron, Asajj has her Omicron. I just didn't do Barriss because it's a lead, and it's only for 3v3. I mean, it's only 10. Maybe I will. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Should I get that? I did get Clea's Omicron, all of Cassian's. I can only get him Relic 4. Yeah, I can only get him Relic 4. 6, you get to Relic 5, and then after that, it's all bets are off. So Vel, I got to Relic 7, and Ben Solo is not part of the Era of Vandor. But I haven't updated the ISB, or like the ISB haven't really gotten much of an upgrade. I still need to favorite them though, because they are farmable soon. Is he farmable? No, he's not yet. Than him. So I just need to keep tabs on them because they are going to be farmable. Deidre, well, this is a new day. My reset has happened, so I don't know if I hit her. But I need to remember to hit her. Not attack her, just, you know, hit her node. Need to hit Clea, Deidre, Cinta. But it's so nice. I got caught so flat-footed farming Era of Anniversary. I had... Since they were just at 3 stars with like a couple extra shards, I had no progress on them when they became farmable. So it was just like so long. But then as these Era of Andor characters are becoming farmable, look, I haven't farmed a single part yet, shards since the era ended, and I bought the crystals to contribute to getting him to 5-star. But I haven't done anything else since then, and he's already almost 6-star. It's just so nice. If you have crystals, this is like what my crystals are for on this account. And it took that Era of Anniversary failure to realize that and understand that. However, that said, I think I'm still doing pretty well in Grand Arena, even without Maul Hayfield. I'm at rank 143 right now, which you could slap off close to 40. 30, between 30 and 40 characters ahead of me that are just interlopers. Maybe close to 30, but close to top 100, even without Maul Hayfield. There's probably not too many players ahead of me that don't have them. So I do feel like I am performing as well as I can, given that, and also that I'm not like a whale. I still am a free player on this account. Like some people, if you're new to that, I'm free to play both accounts. Like I label Gotenks free to play account. And, you know, once upon a time, this account got hyperdrive. But it wasn't my account at that point, and I don't spend money on this account. So I am limited in that regard. But all that to say, 5-star units, very, very important. in the era system, so you really, really, really want to get that. It's not only important for that, it's important for Coliseum. And even though the tokens don't help me, that has helped me do all my Relic 10s so far. So it's mostly been GLs plus Darth Revan and then Ben Solo recently. I have 10. I have 10 Relic 10s. Let's go back to this recent bumps thing. So this was at the bottom. So Ben Solo was actually my most recent Relic 10. I'll talk about him in a second. But before that, I did Supreme Lord Kylo, and I did Sith Eternal Emperor. Because Sith Eternal Emperor has been pretty important for me lately. Whether he's with Bane or by himself, he needs to survive. Gave him a little extra survivability. I don't have him pure health modded. I have him modded for decent speed. Like, I just want him to stay alive. I want him to stay alive and have health. Or I want him to take turns and stay alive. I think having him too slow is an issue. I bumped up Zalbar and Tarful. This is mainly for the Kashyyyk mission in TV I wanted to do. But Zalbar also just recently put his Omicron on to take use of it. I'm going to make use of his Datacron, have him with Rey or something, and life's good. Luthen, a Relic 9, just because he's a very important unit. He's got a summon, so... And I just needed an extra Rebel one time in TV. And I was like, he's not great for TV, but it was just kind of like checking a box. I needed a full Rebel team for Leia. Captain Rex was used on the Zepho Tomb Guardian mission. So I was like, okay, Luthen, you're up, even though you're not really helping that team out much. After I got to Relic 8, because I realized she was still Relic 7, and Relic 7 feels really low at this point. And she is pretty good in her own right. And her team is more viable now, so I thought she deserved to be Relic 8. Second sister was just kind of like, hey, you're a pilot. I have plenty of stuff for Relic 7. Go ahead. Armor, I use you sometimes, Relic 7. So the theme of my last State of My Account was anything with a pulse that I use at all should get like Relic 7. However, I've kind of... I haven't been able to keep that mentality yet because I had the only bottleneck was like impulse detector, like R8 and R9 stuff. So it was like anything gets R7, I have plenty of signal data. But as I've been finishing these Era of Anniversary units and then Era of Endor's getting finished, I need that. That has been kind of a log jam for me though lately, and it's kind of breaking through, and I'm not going to have that same kind of massive issue all at once again because it's kind of like two eras at the same time. A problem for a lot of people is like you get all the era units at one time, you need all the resources for them at once, and I kind of need that for two eras. But now I get some breathing room. Supreme Lord Kylo is just one of the best units in the game, so he was the obvious choice for Relic 10. You get a little more crit damage, you get a little bit more offense, not a ton. But Ben was a little pet project for me because I had him at Relic 8 for the longest time, and then I got him to Relic 9, and I was on a mission to get a lot of crit chance. I always malign crit chance generally because physical damage dealers have it as part of their mastery, and they get tons and tons of it. Like let's look at his alter ego, Supreme Lord Kylo's crit damage. You don't work on it at all. Yes, I have no extra crit chance, which I'd recommend for Kylo, by the way. He just try not to have any. It's kind of a wasted stat. 137%. 37%. Like they could have 37% crit avoid, and he still has 100% chance to crit. So pretty crazy. But Ben, as a special damage dealer, his physical, like you don't look at his physical. He does special damage. This is what you look at. It's quite low, but I was able to squeeze 40% extra crit chance on him. 3.8 here. We have the set that's like 8% crit chance, 6% there, 5% there, only 2% there. It's still something like 7% and 8.25. So I really squeeze it as much as I can. And you might say, well, you don't need a crit. Like, he just does true damage. He does true damage, yes, but he also does normal damage. He does special damage. And if all allies were light side, he deals true damage to all, and deals true damage to all enemies. So it's an additional hit. At least I think so. Again, yeah, true damage again to all enemies. So he's going to do an AoE crit, which absolutely matters because it's under protection. And not only is getting the extra crit chance from the Relic 10, he got like 12% crit chance from Relic 10. It was amazing. Way more than you got for any other Relic levels. That's kind of standard. So Relic 10 kind of disproportionately benefits special damage dealer, but he's doing the AoE crit damage, and he's doing extra true damage. So the true damage, yes, you want offense, and I wasn't going to just sacrifice everything for the crit chance. I think I still have a really good amount of offense on him. It's not like I was going for stuff that didn't have extra offense. It's crit. I was being very selective in getting crit chance and offense. See, this one is offense primary, flat offense, crit chance. And this is only possible because I have a really old account that I've been working on for a long time. But all these also have extra offense. This one doesn't, but and this offense primary. But yeah, I'm trying to get everything. Crit damage. So I feel really good about my Ben. And I won at least one match right after I remodded him, specifically because of Ben, because my opponent told me he did a basic on Padawan Obi-Wan because he was trying to use Queen Amidala and killed him. I also have a lot of speed. So I think this is just like one of my most proud modding moments is how my Ben is right now. Especially with Ezra getting the boot from the raid team. You need a little bit extra bite for that. So, anyway. I guess that's enough about Ben. I've modded all these units trying to get some good speed and damage and all that. I get kind of apathetic about mod farming on this account after a while, but we get so many rolling materials thrown at us now that it's kind of easier to keep up. But I don't even have to steal mods from other units. I'm like, okay, do I have a decent mod? Let's just keep slicing it up and calibrate it and all that stuff. It's just so much that you have at your disposal as options for that. So I think this is everything I've upgraded since last time. I've been trying to be pretty meticulous about, I removed all my squads after last day of my account, and then anytime I upgrade something, I put it in the squad first, and then I upgrade it. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, we're just farming Era of Andor stuff as it comes, and yeah, that's the plan. Going back to Ben again, I will say his first move is not going to care about crit rate, crit chance, or crit damage. This in Grand Arena, if the allied leader slot is collected Legend Ray, this attack instead goes true damage. So this one is true damage only. This one does crit damage and true damage. But then the basic is also just it's not true damage. It's gonna be, you can crit. And if you're tagging a tag, it can be 100% more damage. But when I did win based on Ben, it was a basic that killed Padawan Obi-Wan. And I wasn't expecting it because he had so much extra crit damage. And it was the Luminar Kron, so he was close to 300%. So yeah. If you can make it work, I think it's highly worthwhile to at least try. And now on to Era stuff. Since I only do my main account cover every other month or so, I'm not going to be covering my runs on the Coliseum bosses every single day. But as of right now, we're 2/3 of the way through this era. I have level 95s on the first 3. The droid has been sacrificing his portion of era level currency so that everyone else can succeed. I just think he's the weak link. He's not as important. You need him at level 90, yes, to unlock Rada. I think whatever I get from Grogu's event, I'll give to R5D4. Get him up in shape. So I need... So I have 30,000. I need 385. That's a lot. 300. I think we'll get 350 from that event. If not, I just need to hope that I can hit the end of the episode track enough. We're getting 13,000. But the final episode track is going to have much bigger amounts. So I was, sacrificing him in the short term. And I'll get Rada, even if it's not immediately day one. I don't need all the tokens right away or anything. He'd probably be helpful. Here. He doesn't have the New Republic tag, unfortunately, but I don't know, maybe you just use him and everyone else can eat the dust or pound sand or whatever you want to call it. We have these cats. I got a pretty good run with Go tags, so I think maybe I can do that here. 90% was my last run. I've been using this group the whole time, you know, Drogon, Kara. But it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a crapshoot against these guys. I think it is still better than like Jotaz or the Zepho Tomb Guardians. I hate those guys. You just need to be choosy of, be careful when they're coming up there to their AoE to try and get retribution on as few people as possible, or just hope you get lucky. Just try to keep these numbers as close together as you can. Like, I could have done AoEs with the Ward and Kara, but just not to, so that they have a small spread, because they get 1% offense for each percentage difference. So every single turn matters. Even if it's not the magic 12%, it still matters. So we have an AoE coming up. Carson's gonna go and give out retribution to everyone. I wish I knew which one of these was going first. It doesn't. I think this one usually goes first. Doesn't matter if I give retribution out to everyone with his special, because Carson will give it to everyone. I just need to base it with Kara and Colonel Ward. So yeah, because so she loses hers and she loses hers. So I only have 3 that are counting. Oh, it was different. Okay, that's good. Wow, he didn't daze these two, so we got it actually pretty even right away. The big one I want to avoid, I don't want to get armor shred. So as long as I don't have a huge spread for that move, it's not too bad. So I was actually pretty lucky. And now I'm fine to use AoE here, and your AoE, just to keep people even, so there you are. Second one, I give to Ward. Oh, good. We only have 1%. Ah, stop, slow down. Okay, good. We're all getting to go, so we can kind of even it out. And get to the spell. Perfect. And now everyone's gonna affect then, but it's only 5% difference, which is not too bad. Bye, Kara. Don't hit Drogon. Yes, go for Zeb every time, please. Dispel from you. No. They're gonna kill Drogon before he gets another one off, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, come on. Yeah, dang, I would have gotten to pass out one more buff, which would be huge. In fact, I think I might get that buff. It's potentially the difference between clearing and not. These 3 can kind of hold their own because they're my level 95s. Damn it, my record. And this is not meant to be like a help video. I mean, maybe it could be, but like, I'm not putting this out the same day that the Dryax is out. It'll be like halfway around the next. Yes, dodge. Oh, I should have hit the other one so I could the evasion. Look at your. At this point, like, you start wanting to go for the one that is at the down arrow, so you can just kill it. Oh wow, that's rare. Zeb died first. Anyway, I got 98% on Go Tanks. This one. Yeah, not bad. Getting top 30 is a good day for me. Doesn't always happen, but oh, what did I get here? Gate advantage. I don't know when I did that, but hit this again, get more of this stuff. I wish it was a higher amount for this final box, but Is what it is. Conquest is coming back soon. Oh, by the way, I should just talk about our newest Conquest unit. I was just looking at it. I talked about Cobb, I talked about Maul. Leia Jedi training. I'm really stoked for her. I don't know how it's effectively gonna change the JML team, like what it can do, what it can't do. Everything it can do, it should be able to do better and safer. I've always been able to use JML to some effect against Lord Vader and JMK. You don't really see JMK on defense as much, but I think it's pretty awesome. I do, on its face, I hate the exclusion of Jedi Knight Luke. Yeah, if Jedi Master Luke is the only one present, he gets the protection disruption and the stun. I think I don't know why they limit the protection disruption. But I think the stun makes sense because if you have Jedi Knight Luke, you have 2 stuns. And for 3v3, that's great. That's fine. Like, I think you're fine to use Leia and then, like, Cal, and that's not a big deal. But then 5v5, which is also TW. Well, not TW. That's the Omicron's not active. So it is only 5v5 Grand Arena. But still, that's the one most people care about more. I don't love it. I mean, it would be awesome, but, like, you need... The problem is everyone keeps leaving. Jedi Master Luke. Jedi Revan's gone. And now Jedi Luke is going to be gone. So that leaves you with Cal, Leia, Hoda. You could run Gas with JML. Gas is pretty good. Just as a random throwing. Prevents crits out of turn. But I don't like the thought of... I think it's probably worth it to just keep Jedi Knight Luke in 5v5 and just part with that. Like, you don't need those things. She's sick. I'm not going to break down her whole kit, but she looks like she does a lot of damage. She's really juicing up his ult, really making Jedi Master Luke better, and I like it. People have specifically been clamoring for her for like the past few months to a year, and since I just did my Galactic Legend rating and I Jedi Master Luke at the bottom for the first time, under Sith Eternal Emperor, this is great. This is high time. Actually, this is a pretty good character model. It really looks like a young Carrie Fisher. Is that better than the Leia model? No, they're both pretty close. They started making models pretty good. Eventually at some point. Rey's not quite as good. Yeah, it's alright. What about Kenobi? No, they're pretty good. Pretty good at this stuff now. Anyway, what else? Yeah, that's Leia. That's awesome. I am not a fan that this is gonna go away. The squad arena. I think it's... I wish we got to keep it. But I just got to use Jango for the first time in Grand Arena against the Hondo, and it's fantastic. Let me see how it goes outside of Grand Arena, because we don't get the Asajj Omicron, so we don't get like a turn right away. Jango just wrecked face. They're missing this kind of like crazy. The Foresight, that was pretty good. We're gonna get our turns eventually. Yeah, it's crazy. The difference in Grand Arena is that Omicron makes. Sick, he's gone. I get a bonus turn. Oh, Jango! Got him! This guy's a beast. Oh my goodness. Well, which one's the assist? Oh, that's only in Grand Arena we got. How about I needed someone to insta-kill? It's so much fun. This the... No, this is the assist. Except for Mando. Good job, Zuckus. Good job, Zuck. Kaboom. No one should come back. Okay, he came back. Guess Django didn't get the kill. Ha. This blaster sounds so satisfying too. That's sick. I like being able to do the quest early without having to burn one of my fleet array, because it's like either I don't finish my dailies right away and I have to wait for my fleet arena climb, or you'll have to burn a fleet battle, and then if you fall far, then you're kind of screwed. But I don't know. I wish they'd keep Squad Arena in the side. I don't know why they have to get rid of it to have a testing mode. And what are they? They haven't said anything about this currency whatsoever. Not a word. As far as my bottlenecks right now, you kind of got a glimpse. I was looking at who to upgrade. It's really just still R8 and R9 stuff. But I don't have unlimited signal data to where I could just roll X7 anything that has any rational basis. So any R8, R9 upgrade, I need 20 of each of these 4 different things. Or R10 upgrade, so yeah, it's a lot. I have an upper 2 now. Droid Brains, it's not too bad. But like Chirotech has become a hot commodity again. How much would I get if I just converted all of them? I just converted every single one and get 113. I don't want to do that. But you need it for that. You'd also need it for the arrow magnifiers too. So that's an issue. I get more arrow magnifiers, but yeah, I mean that's a bottleneck. So definitely, and they're all tier 3 currency, which sucks. But what are you gonna do? I do have some Relic 7s that I can still do, which is nice. Nice getting them up to that kind of baseline. I don't hurt for Zetas at all. I do kind of hurt for Omicrons. But, yeah, no, I don't really lack for many of the other gear pieces. And right now, I mean, sometimes I just don't upgrade anything. I don't think about it. I mean, Ben was like one of the more recent ones. Jedi Master Mace, I think he might have been a recent bump that I didn't have last time. Anyway, he's Relic 9. I don't have the whole Jedi Vanguard of Relic 9, but he's Relic 9. And then I don't think there's any other bump ups that slip through the cracks for me. Yeah, most stuff that is respectable is at least Relic 8. Everything that's respectable is at least Relic 7. And then there's the edge cases that still aren't quite there. And it's getting late now for me. Getting tired. I think I've covered most of what matters. We have TV going on, but not doing any kind of showcases or anything. It's been a while since I did a TW battle. It's just like so hard with scheduling, you know. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.